Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Between Two Racks. We're doing a special edition here at home. I'm in my home studio. Got the lovely green screen. I wonder if this is how the weather people are doing it on TV from their home. They just hang it up on a clothing rack like I did. Anyway, this special edition of Between Two Racks is part of our Spotlight series for Le Grand AV, where we are announcing and talking about some new products that we're introducing. So with me today is our product manager for racks and accessories, Jay Fernandovich. You all know him. AV Royalty joining me again today from his home studio. Jay, hey, I appreciate you combing your quarantine dude today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate to actually see somebody else besides my family here.
Yeah, you're maintaining your hair pretty good. I'm definitely getting I call them the quarantine wings in the back. It's getting a little hairy, but
I'm already through 2 haircuts due to this quarantine, so.
So
got the
anyway,
clippers in the garage.
without further ado, so Jay, you're joining me today. We're going to be talking about some of our racks that got a new certification, OSHPD OPM. So, firstly, that's a lot of acronyms. I had to practice pronouncing that. What does OSHPD stand for, and what is it?
So what OSHPD is, that's the Office of Statewide Health Planning and Development, right? So
Okay.
Hospitals and things like that, and that's something that California follows when they're doing hospitals. So that's through the state of California.
Okay,
and
so
that's what OSHPD.
It's a California certification.
Yeah.
Okay, and what does it mean? I mean, why does Middle Atlantic, obtain that certification for its racks?
So Middle Atlantic has always looked at all of the different certifications that are out there, whether it be UL, RoHS, all that kind of stuff that's out there that people need to follow, right? Lead certificates and things like that. But
Yeah.
OSHPD has been one that, obviously there's a lot of hospitals being built, and that's something that they follow. Seismic is part of it, but what that allows, it's the next step above seismic. It's the mounting method and the manufacturing method of the equipment. So we've always done the seismic, but what we've done is we started to build different series. So a floor standing, wall mount, and then some specialty, what we would call a pull-out or something like that. So that if you are building a hospital, you could follow that standard that's out there.
Interesting. Okay, so it's specifically around being able to withstand seismic activity and certifying that the manufacturing of it will withstand that seismic activity for hospitals.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically a next level up from seismic.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, right? California, I would argue, probably has one of the most seismic activity areas in the country,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's obviously we've had a couple in New Jersey, but very far and few between. So, so we get through the certification. So what racks do we have in our portfolio that have this OPM certification?
So one of the ones that we the first one to actually have it is the BTR Series, being our number one AV rack. Yep.
Nice.
We've had a bunch of other series that were OPA, which is now an expired version of an OSHPD rating. So now with the OPM taking over the A, the BGR would be the first, and we actually have an access version in the hopper right now waiting for approval. So we're going to build that again. So you got a BGR, you can have a floor standing, you have a pull out, and then next up is the wall racks. So you'll see some of the wall racks get that as well.
So access meaning the slide out or pull out racks.
Yep, inside the host enclosure. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and remind me what the benefit of the access system is and why that would be necessary in a hospital environment.
So what's nice about the access in a host enclosure is you're getting a full-size enclosure that sits on the floor standing rack, but allows you to push it up against the wall so that you can gain access for serviceability. Where just a regular floor standing, you need to leave that 3-foot footprint around it so that you can get around.
Right. So
be able to get to the back. So it's a space saver. You know,
Okay.
you're talking 6 to 9 square foot of savings.
Okay, so yeah, where you're mounting equipment, where you're storing equipment, if you don't have that
Yep.
that space, it allows for that limited space. Okay.
Absolutely.
So when is so it's the access, when is that going to be available? I know the BGR rack is obviously available now with its
Yes.
OPM certification. So customers in California or anywhere that that a certification like that is necessary can start installing those racks.
Correct.
What about this new slide out pull out?
So we're looking somewhere in the third quarter. Right now, it's in the hands of OSHPD, and being that they have been shut down for a little while during times here, they're actually getting caught up again. So we're hoping for the best that file floats to the top and we get the stamp of approval on there. Literally, it's a stamp that goes on a letter, and we post a letter on our website. So
Excellent.
we're thinking third quarter.
And I mentioned, we've talked about California, but is there is there other states that are kind of following these guidelines, whether or not it's California or not?
Absolutely, and I think what's driving that is it's not just people building their own hospitals. They don't have one hospital in one area, right? They're building multiple hospitals. They're they're building their network, right? Their systems across the country, and the more that you can follow for each time you build a hospital, and not to say it's cookie cutter, but it helps building in that standard. So following that standard for California and all the other states just help makes things easier. So we definitely see that being used in other states, even though it's not required.
Okay. And it's just, it's an assurance that it's safe, just in case, even if you're not in seismic locations.
Correct. Mission critical stuff. Yep. Mission critical stuff like that. We see that with seismic. People are using seismically rated stuff, and it's not necessarily a seismic active area. So.
Right. And for those of you, we keep using the word seismic. That's like earthquake activity, right? That's
correct.
That's what we mean by seismic. So, all right. Well, Jay, hey, always appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your studio with us, and hopefully we'll be back in the real studio soon, and we can talk sitting between our two favorite racks, the BGR and the S&E that we got at the factory there.
Yep. I appreciate the time. Thanks, everyone.
Yep, and we appreciate you watching. For our viewers, don't forget to like, subscribe, and send us any topics that you want us to talk about. We're open to have discussions with you and any of our other product people here. So really appreciate the time, and we'll see you next time.
Take care. Bye.